lie. So this is gonna be my last day streaming. You know, a lot of people are probably happy, and that's cool or whatever. But I feel like my shit is over. You know what I'm saying? I feel like this shit is low key over, and I gotta put 1 through 90 in my shit though. But like this shit is over, honestly, for real. And I can't take this shit to me. A lot of y'all got to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. A lot of y'all got to me, and it like low key hurt my feelings and shit.
Entrepreneurship was not for me, and I am so okay with saying that because I feel like more people need to say it. When I owned a business, I could never turn my brain off. I could never just be in the moment. I was always thinking about stuff. Oh, I need to get this done. I need to get that done. Getting phone calls about the cars. Oh, this car broke down. It was too much. The idea of not knowing how much you're going to make this month, or you might lose money this month, that made me want to vomit. You have to have a certain mindset to be an entrepreneur, and I did not have it.
It's not for everybody. I'm dealing with that right now. Last month, great. This month, terrible. You know what I mean? Loss. That's how it goes, and you got to have a strong mind for it. And when you are an entrepreneur, it's like you work on call. Why do I say on call? Because, like she said, especially if she's in a business, like sounds like she's renting cars out. People are calling it all types of times. This car got in an accident. This one needs servicing. This person stole this vehicle. You know, there's this problem. This is going on. You got to work around the clock. You can't even sleep. If so, you got to have some type of personnel in place or some type of assistant in place to help assist. And it's a lot. Your brain can never turn off. You always got to think about how to scale, how to grow, what you need to invest into next, what type of, moves you need to make to keep the business flourishing. It's not for everybody. Some people just want to go work that 9 to 5 after 5. They ain't got to worry about work no more. They can rest their mind. They can rest themselves and then worry about it the next day.
I am team 9 to 5 with a little bit of side hustle, clocking in and clocking out, and then having something on the side. I was able to take off 2 years just from doing that. I had my 9 to 5 and I was doing content. That was enough. To the entrepreneurs out there, I commend you, because when I did it, I was like, why do people do this? It's a lot. It's a lot of ups and downs, very high highs and very low lows. I don't like that. So that's why I'm clocking in now. You get what I'm saying? I might try it again in the future, but right now it's a no. It's a hard pass.
This check right here, right? I don't want to show too much. It's a $322, right? Mind you, in a week, probably like 6 months ago, I used to make like 10,000. I used to really have days like that. But how did I end up in this 9 to 5 situation? To me, it's still crazy, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, bro. I used to be one of them guys, bro, who used to kind of look down on jobs, bro. I've never been a guy where it's like I felt like I was too good to do anything. But at the same time, I was kind of one of them guys who was like, I'm not doing that. And a job was definitely one of them things for me. Like, we was like, I'm not doing that. Like, heck nah. And I ain't gonna lie, like lately, bro, like I've been so like frustrated with life right now, cause it's like, bro, I be seeing it go good. At the same time, sometimes I want my old life back. And the way I was living was totally wrong. Like how I was getting money was totally wrong. I wasn't living in my purpose. That's even why like I'm partially recording this video, cause I know somebody else going through the same thing I'm going through, bro. Like I'm gonna show y'all the ups of this shit and the downs. And right now, I feel like this a down.
I'm going back to my 9 to 5. I'm currently self-employed. I'm a hairstylist. And one of the main concerns, one of the main things that is pushing me to go towards my 9 to 5 again is people complaining about the prices of my services. And I'm not coming down on my pricing. So with that being said, I'm going to go back to working a 9 to 5 until I can save the money that I want to save and open a shop or open a salon in the part of town where I feel like I would benefit the most from. And that's okay. When I had that initial thought, I was embarrassed. I didn't want to tell nobody. I just felt like I was failing. And I'm not. It actually takes a lot of maturity and self-awareness to even come to that conclusion. Okay? So if you are in the same predicament, listen. Go get you a 9 to 5 and continue to work towards what it is that you want out of life. If you want to be an entrepreneur, work towards it. Because baby, I got a lifestyle that I'm used to, that I need to keep living. Okay? I got plenty of things that I want to do. And a 9 to 5 gonna get me there.
It ain't nothing wrong with having a 9 to 5 and a hustle on the side. That's really the best way you should do it. That way you got that guaranteed income, that earned income, and then you have additional income. That's extra. You can spend that as you please. Of course, you're gonna have to keep some money set in to grow the business. But if you're just looking at it like a side hustle and you really don't even want to grow, the money gonna keep coming in. You could just spend that. Regardless though, Work towards it. It's nothing like having a guarantee. The entrepreneurship life, the YouTuber life, whatever life we want to talk about, it comes with ups and downs. You never know how much you're going to make. You never know when you might just get demonetized or your income might be gone. It's a risk. That's why they say no risk, no reward, or no risk, no Rari. You're really taking a risk every day. If you trade, you're risking money every day. Some people love the thrill of it. They love the uncertainty and they love the no cap. There's no limit to it like Master P. And also people love knowing that every week I got 800 coming in or 1,000 coming in. Because some weeks with entrepreneurship, you might make 3,000. The next week you might make 1,000. The next week you might lose 4,000.
Until I get to where I want to be with my salon. Okay.
Why is Tara selling her house? Because the mortgage was so high. And the next question is actually, how much is your mortgage? It was $25,000 a month. And I used to be making enough money to cover that. I am
$25,000 a month for a mortgage, you're tripping. I don't care how much I'm making. I'm not paying $25,000 for no mortgage. You can get you a nice crib for 4 bands, 5 bands a month. That's more than enough. If you got to spend $25K per month for a place that you like, you need to move. Move down south. Spend that $4,000 or $5,000. You're going to have you a mansion. What more do you need? 25 bands is ridiculous. That's reckless behavior.
no longer. And I'm very transparent about that. And I loved my house and I was trying really hard to make it work, but it was at the point where I was like, I don't want to feel like I have to work so hard just to make my mortgage payments. I would rather just sell the house and move on. So it's still on the market right now, but I bought a much cheaper, a much smaller house. And I've let the other one go.
How are you feeling?
Never been so nervous to get my phone back. My whole life's about to change and I'm excited to see how America saw me. I'm just excited for the next step and, the career that comes with it. Oh my gosh, the notifications are coming in. A lot of people from high school that I didn't think would say anything. That's so funny, my old boss. Should I open Instagram? And
yes.
34,000 followers.
How many did you start with?
22,000, so I gained about 12,000, which is, yeah, that's a lot. Wow. How many followers did Leah have when she left the villa?
3 million.
3 million. Do you still think I could maybe get a sweet green bowl with 34,000 followers, or?
Maybe you should check your DMs.
Oh yeah. Way to just see the celebrities that messaged you, or? Oh, Mr. Beast said something. He wants to send me some of his protein bars, the Feastables. Hi, thank you, Mr. Beast. Oh. James Charles said something. What was the 19-year-old like on the villa? Oh, cool. I'm gonna get sent some star pimple patches. Oh my God, Huda from last season DM'd me. I know you're probably seeing all the hate online, but just know, as the villain from a previous season, it gets better. Hey, you could even try doing music too.
Why don't you check TikTok?
Oh, I lost followers.
You could even try doing music too. People act like doing music easy. They act like it's not a major investment that needs to be made in order to blow up. Some people can work the algorithm. They can blow up organically. It's not really happening for most people. That's 1 in a million. 1 in a million might blow up just organically. The rest of them, they need a million. It takes a couple million to blow them up. Just try music. Sound crazy. Just try it. Nah, the musician's not even eating like that.
Somehow. I think people think this is a fan account. So there's actually a fan account that has 800,000 followers on it. And they already just did a brand deal with Bloom Nutrition. So I think there's a fan at it. Let's see.
Sources confirm your vibe was weird, and yes, everyone felt it.
That was an edit from me in Casa. Because people didn't really like the way that I moved there.
How are you feeling after seeing these?
Not to get in my head too much about it. I'm sure once I just fly to LA and start walking down Melrose with everyone, it will be better.
So the group actually already did do a major hangout and walk down Melrose.
They didn't do hibachi, did they?
They did, yeah. And then they went to Barney's Beanery.
Guess I'm gonna have to go live a ton with Soul. Honestly, I don't really care what America thinks about me. It's the friendships I made in there are so much more than that.
Did the cats follow you on socials?
Oh, yeah, let me check. Trinity, my girl. Oh, maybe she hasn't.
She's had her phone back for a while.
She got her phone back?
Yeah.
She might not have found me yet. Melanie. Corbin? Caleb has 1.8 million followers. Really? I kind of thought he was kind of boring in the villa, but guess America's seeing something different. Only Sincere follows me from this season. Trinity said she worked at a hardware store.
Yeah.
Yeah, she quit to go on the show.
Do you know if if they're hiring or anything?
I could add so many more things to that video that I just made, but let's normalize being okay with going back to a 9 to 5 after being a full-time entrepreneur. If you have ever gone back to a 9 to 5 after being a full-time entrepreneur like myself, you're not a failure. I've been in the entrepreneurial space for about 4 years after leaving my full-time teaching salary job after 13 years. And it was cool. I learned a lot, but I needed stability. There's a difference between being an entrepreneur on a 1099 and having a W-2. And there's nothing wrong with having both together. And I'm telling you all of this super open because someone needs to hear this. I had this huge idea when I left my teaching job that if I ever went back to a 9 to 5, and trust me when I say I preached, I'll never go back to a 9 to 5. F this job. I'm never going to do it again. I just had this big idea that if I ever went back would mean that I gave up. I gave up on myself. I gave up on my future, that it meant that the business didn't work, that I just failed. And maybe I didn't give it my 1000%, but at the same time, I needed to be realistic and remember that I have kids I also need to feed. I'm a single mom. I don't have a husband. This is not a 2-income household. This is just moi. So here's the truth. Going back to a 9 to 5 just meant that I was prioritizing the bills, my children. I was being a responsible adult. I have kids depending on me for health insurance, for dental insurance, for vision insurance, and myself. So I can't do all of that on a 1099 unless I'm making like millions of freaking dollars. I wasn't. And that's not going to happen in the first year of becoming an entrepreneur. That takes time. And time.
Yeah, it do take time. Most entrepreneurs don't see success for 5 years. Most businesses fail within the first 5 years. It's not going to happen right away. I agree. It's nothing wrong. Like I said, there's nothing wrong with working that 9 to 5, using your earned income to invest into your business. That 9 to 5 also pays the bills. There's nothing wrong with that. That's really the best way that it should be done. When you jump out there, then it's all on that one source of income. And y'all know the motto over here on this channel, one is too close to none. That's why I like to try to diversify as well, instead of just doing one thing, because I know this could be going any day. That's the mindset you always got to have. And I've always had that mindset no matter what I was doing. I've done multiple different things to make money, but every time I had just that one, it was never good.
This is one thing that I did not need when I have children that have a couple of health issues. Entrepreneurship is amazing. Don't get me wrong. It's incredible. It really taught me a lot. Love what I built. I love the people that I've worked with. I love the mindset that I have now. Real talk though, a job doesn't cancel your dreams. It just funds it. Just remember that going back isn't quitting. It's a strategy. Going back means that you love your family and your children more than you love the aesthetics of saying, oh, I quit my job and I became a full-time entrepreneur and I'm making millions of dollars, because it's not true. So if you quit your job and you're a full-time entrepreneur or you're thinking about going back to a job, do it. Do what you got to do to be stable, to support your family, to have income coming in. And then again, use that to fund your dream. Remember that you're not behind. You're just being smart.
What did she say? She said something like, going to a 9 to 5 doesn't mean that you canceled your dreams. That means you're using the 9 to 5 to fund it. That's just what I was saying. But people online don't preach that. It's always good saying, I quit my 9 to 5. I fired my boss. You know, these are the popular keywords or catchphrases online that people use. It's a lot of people that's scammers online. Y'all got to know that. A lot of them not really living like they saying. They're selling false hope, false dreams, and getting over on people. These are the ones we're seeing be ultra successful right away, right out the gate. Or they came from a criminal background. Their story might be fabricated. They came from a good environment. They might have had a silver spoon growing up and they just had buku money to spend on advertising and things like that, you know. But it's a lot of practices in the business world. They probably go against your moral compass, right? But I'm saying all that to say this. There's nothing wrong with going back. A lot of people going back to the 9 to 5. There's nothing wrong with it. Moral of the story. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this video. I appreciate you for tuning in once again. It's your brother YT. I appreciate y'all, all of y'all. Peace to my Hebrew fam. Shalom.